disappointing defeat. What were your thoughts on the game?
Oh look, you're probably going to think I'm a broken record. It's just same old, isn't it? I feel like I'm in Groundhog Day a little bit. Coming here, half time, we're winning the game, so that's every single game. This year, we've been winning at half time. They actually made a mistake before us in the second half, which I thought, the tide's turning. But then instantaneously we dropped the ball and then give 2 back-to-back penalties away and then concede a try. I thought, oh no, it's not. It's not a fitness thing. You know, there's been a lot of talk about whether it's fitness. I don't think it's a fitness thing when we're conceding in the first 5 minutes of every half. It's not who's on the field, because purposely made sure different people have been on for the start of second half. So it's not a personnel thing. It's a group thing. It's me, it's the boys, it's the lads, it's a mentality. The issue we've got is we don't seem to be able to just make one error. We seem to compound them. So if we make an error as we did in that second half, we then go penalty, try. And we just then don't give ourselves an opportunity to sort of get back in the game.
I think the words you used during the week to describe the season so far were frustration and consistency. Does that describe today's game pretty much as well?
As I said previously, it is literally me saying the same things, and we've got to find answers, because we are putting ourselves in a really good position to win games. And I thought they were there for the taking at half time. I think if we'd have come out and had a really good spell, for the first 10 minutes, I think we'd have gone on and won that game. But look, it's unbelievably frustrating. I've said it loads of times that very difficult to manage games when I've had a different spine every single game. So every single game this year, we've had a different spine. We've had different people in. We've had lads on loan. So it's very difficult to build some continuity and consistency, as you said. You know, it's very difficult to build consistency when you've got different players playing in different positions and different lads controlling the side. But it ain't just a spine. It's not just that. It's us as a group that don't seem to be able to just put sets together, consistently put sets together. Because when we do, we look dangerous. But we put ourselves in a hole, and at the second half, we're losing the energy battle because of it.
But in fairness to you, you've had some serious disruption, haven't you, before today's game? Full back, half back, changed again, before kick-off today. So it's never easy, is it?
Oh no, look, it's that. I think Lee went through something pretty similar last year, where they had a lot of men out for the vast majority of the start of the year, and they seem to struggle with a bit of consistency, and we're probably in a similar boat to them, where we've had, just somebody seems to drop out each and every week. We get 2 or 3 players back, and 2 or 3 are lost, and yeah, it's very, very difficult to build some consistency when that happens. But the frustrating thing for me is the effort and desire. Look, at the beginning of the game, I think they were drowning us for a vast majority of that first sort of 15 minutes. But we hung on in there. I think it took them 5 sets on our goal line to score. But we hung on in. We showed some resilience. We showed some character, went down the other end of the field. It took us 2 sets for us to score, and again 2 sets again for us to score. So it ain't an effort thing, it ain't a desire thing, but it's probably just a smarts thing.
Yeah, great resilience, great character to defend that initial period, and then 2 really well executed tries to give you the lead at half time.
Yeah, like I said, we they were the ones on the front foot, and we withheld them on our line, showed great character, showed really good goal line D. And then to go down the other end of the field, actually gain momentum, wrestle momentum back, and actually going at half time, I thought were brilliant from the lads. It is just our second half. It is the second half that is killing us, and it's a smart thing until we learn. We need to learn pretty quick, because we've got a really short turnaround now. It's very rarely now. In my day, I used to play Sunday, Thursdays, and do it quite regular ways, and Easter fixtures, but they don't do it very often, anymore. But we're going to go into this game now on the back of a really short turnaround, so it's going to be extremely difficult to. Just got to make sure we do the right things and recover well.
And it's back to league action, as you say, in short turnaround, and all of a sudden it feels like a huge game.
Yeah, it does.
Doesn't it, against Salford next week?
Oh, it does. They're obviously a side under extreme mental pressures, but you know we've put ourselves in a lot of pressure now. You know we feel like we're in a bit of a not do or die game, but obviously it's a really important game. They've had 2 extra days turnaround from us. Yeah, it's going to be a real short turnaround. We've got to get his recovery right and try and put this game, learn his lessons and put it game very quickly and get back on the horse.
Luke, is there a mental aspect as well where the lads know at half time they're not performing in the second half? Could it be it's in their heads now before they even get back on?
Oh, potentially. Somebody spoke about that a couple of weeks ago, and I said that I don't think it was, but I think it is now. Yeah, I think it's one of those where we're really struggling to, for some reason, really struggling just to gain the momentum in the second half. And as soon as we make one error, we compound it, which is just suicide, really. You know, Andy Kelly's on the headphones with me, and he's just like, oh my god, it's like suicide. Is this? You know, we'll give them the ball back by silly offloads. We'll give them the ball back by we'll give them field position by giving penalties away, and eventually it's an energy thing then, because once you're on the back foot and you 1 penalty away, 2 penalty away, give them a back-to-back penalty, give them a try, then go on there, and then give them another penalty away after the try. It just takes all your energy out of the tank.
You said you got to find answers. How do you even start to look for answers when could be something that's in the players' head? How do you start to look for answers to that?
Oh look, I think we're finding the answers. We've got to be mentally tough. We've got to mentally toughen. And what I mean by rugby toughness isn't about having brawls or being petulant. It's about doing the things over and over and over again consistently. As I spoke to you about in previous weeks, the very best players just do things over and over and over again. And we just don't seem to be able to do it over and over and over again at the moment. We do in the first half, because we they were on our goal line for 5 sets, we held them out. And we show that we're working really hard for each other, but it's the second half where we just need to keep going at it and keep doing it, and that's what we're not doing at this moment in time.
Because the lads are showing they do it in the first 40. So, I mean, it could be really cruel. That's what the hell did you say to him at half time?
Yeah, do you know what? It's been different things, different ways about it, going about it, not talking about it, going and then talking about it. And look, obviously when you're missing, and I thought I scored them immense again. I thought his effort were brilliant, but I thought he was great at 9. But obviously having Zach out, having Clooney out, makes huge differences to your game management. Huge. They're the ones that probably control us more than anybody else in the side. So when they're out, it makes a big difference. But as luck has it, we're not going to get them back anytime soon. It looks like Clooney's going to be out for 8 weeks. Zach's still out for another 8 or 9 weeks. So yeah, we've got to learn to deal with it without him.
Will anyone be back for Thursday?
Pardon?
Anyone be back for Thursday?
No.
What's Jacob Gagai's issue?
Head knock. So he took an head knock in the Wigan game. Didn't know about it actually. He didn't know about it in the Wigan game. When they've gone, and he said he obviously struggling with headaches, struggling to sleep, struggling to come back round, and obviously when they reviewed the game, they've sort of found an instant where it could have potentially happened in it, and yeah. And so obviously, when it comes to the brain, I think obviously we make sure that the player's health's paramount, and yeah. So
that covers the Salford game as well. He'll miss that way.
Yeah, so he'll miss this game and the Salford game.
Yeah, because I think the Salford game's day 11 of the 11, isn't it?
Yeah.
Luke,
So, yeah.
has there been any sort of challenges to the leaders, more experienced players that you've got at your disposal out there on the field?
Oh, look, I think so. We're always looking at that, we're always looking at the leaders to step up, and I spoke to Bruce about the 2 players missing that offer a lot of game management and help with the side. But when they're going to be missing for another 8 weeks at least, then we obviously need everyone to step up. And you know what, I don't think it's not one individual. That's probably the hardest thing. The most frustrating thing is us as a collective are the ones that, you know, it's not the same person. I've made sure that there's been different personnel on the field in the first 10 minutes of games, so it's not a personnel thing. It's us as a team. But yeah, look, we definitely need some leadership and some guidance. That comes from me, comes from the older lads, you know, comes from all of us. But I just think we as a team need to smarten up pretty quick.
Clearly you're frustrated, not more so in that second half where you're working hard in defence, you force the errors, and then literally 20 seconds after that you're coming up with one of your own. I presume this is all being shown on the vision to the players, and you know, have you thought about looking outside the box, maybe, you know, some mental guru or something?
Oh look, there's been loads of I actually studied sports psychology at uni, so I've got an actual degree in it. Trying to put it to good use at the moment. But yeah, look, I think it'd be very easy if there were just one incident, certain players, but different incidents, different scenarios. And yeah, that's what probably the most frustrating thing about it is. And it's not. I don't think it's the errors. I don't think it's the penalties. Obviously, they don't help. It's the fact that we compound them. That's one thing that we're really going to have to solely focus on this week. But it's very difficult when you're probably not going to get much time of practice before Thursday.
And I guess to compound things, second half, I think you had 4 sets around the 20-30 at Wakefield. Adam Swift goes close and denied, and then Aidan McGowan has a try disallowed, I think, for someone being active rather than passive inside the 10. Those must be really frustrating things.
Yeah, look, that's what professional sport's about, innit? Professional sport's fine margins. Look, you know, I've spoke about this loads of times before, but you think in 2008 we lost like 5 games by 2 points or less and had a shock of a season. Then the next year we won sort of 5 games by 2 points or less. Got to a Challenge Cup final, a really good year, and that's what professional rugby's about. It's the fine margins. At the moment, we need to find ways of turning those little incidents or little key moments in our favour.
Both Huddersfield, Salford, winless, Luke, on Thursday. Do you see that as kind of like a chance to kickstart the season?
Of course, I think every week's a chance. And every week we've been winning at half time, and every week we've had a chance. We've not been that far away, but unfortunately professional sport is the fine margins. But yeah, it's a short turnaround. Unfortunately, it's a 4-dayer, so we don't have much chance to dwell. But we need to learn quick and actually and put into practice the things rather than practice this week, the things we dissect and talk about